It's 10 p.m. on a Thursday night. I'm filming this for the 5th time in a row now. Every day I get up, I film it. And every day I just don't like what goes up. And I know it's my second video, but I gotta do it. Do it for the views. Hello people on the internet, it is Zainab aka Zati, and this is my first ever YouTube video. So today I thought we'd take it up a little bit different. I want to cover a lot of different topics, a lot of different rants, but I think today we're going to be talking about something that everybody has in their life, except if you're an orphan. But today we'll be talking about families. And I think families are the most controversial. Mom, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get the cat to come to you.
I believe families are the most controversial topic in the world, and no one ever talks about them because why would they? Moving forward, I wanted to create subparts to this series because, again, families are so vast and there's just so many things you can talk about them that I think we'll be putting them in different videos. But today we're going to be talking about is family weddings. And most importantly, why they annoy me. Straight up, I have nothing against my family. I love them to bits. And everyone thinks that we're the perfect family as well. But then you delve a little deeper and you just find so many problems in these 4 or 5 different people. And you're like, what are the intricacies of this? Someone could make a drama series on my family alone, and not just the extended family, just the immediate family, and we would make more money than Kim Kardashian has ever seen in her life. Straight up Keeping Up with the Kardashians rebooted, Shah Family Edition right here in my house. Who wants tickets? Coming back to the topic, family weddings. So I recently went to America for my first cousin's wedding, and let me tell you, it was not the most pleasant experience of my life. I'm going to categorize this into 5 ways family weddings annoy me. Number 1, you don't really know anyone there. And then you're thinking, Zainab, of course you do. And I'm like, of course I do. They're family. Why would you not? But you don't know them personally. Like, I can write it down on the Declaration of Independence. I will sign it right there. Or on some legal document, I can say right there, the last time I met probably one of my uncles at this wedding was like 10 years ago. I was like 6. Now I'm 16 and he comes up to me and he becomes all kissy and touchy and huggy, and he's just like, I saw you when you were like 6 months. And then he's going to recount all the embarrassing stuff I did in front of him. And then another uncle will come up and he will be like, I saw you when you were 5 months. I'm holding up 10 fingers. 5 months. And changed your diapers. And I'm just sitting there like, thank you. You changing my diapers has been a life lesson for me. My life has changed because you changed my diapers. I will write on my college application, someone changed my diapers. That has never happened to me before. I am a new woman. And then there are other aunties who come up to you and they're really kissy and touchy and huggy as well. And then there's like this little cousin right there filming the whole thing because they're aunties and they need to post this on Facebook and let the whole world know that you are their favorite niece. By the way, spoiler alert, I'm not. Number 2. I sound like Lily Singh. I'm a YouTuber. Number 2 is that you're all over the place. Like, I think it should be made a sin to invite 15 different groups that you're in to the same wedding, because then there's the uncle who want to talk about politics and about how the world sucks right now. Then there are aunties who just want to gossip about how their daughter is probably the best person in the world and why you should marry their daughter. And then there are the cousins who I really want to sit with. There's the best friend who's just sitting there because you invited her, but of course you're never going to get time to sit next to her, and she's probably not your best friend by the end of the night. Besides, family weddings should be banned. And because of all this, it's literally me hopping around. Like, okay, I don't know if you know this because I'm in Pakistan, but there was that whole TanaCon experience, right? And there was this guy, Mike. And I don't know if Mike, I don't even know what his full name was, but he was roaming around at the convention, TanaCon, on a Segway. That's me at these weddings. Get me a pogo stick to make my life easier, or a Segway, straight up. I will be roaming around or hopping on this pogo stick being like, hello, how are you? Moving on to the next. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm good, very much, thank you. This is my life at these weddings. And that hopping around leads me on to numero tres. Is that how you speak Spanish? I don't know. I can't even speak Urdu properly. You want me to start speaking Spanish? Number 3, because of me hopping around, there's one thing I cannot enjoy at these weddings, and that hurts me to the bottom of my heart. The food. I only go to these weddings not to meet the people. Most of the time it's to meet the people, but then there's the rest of like the 75% where I'm like, oh no, the food is great too. I cannot eat the food because I have to attend to so many people on my little pogo stick. So at the end of the night, when I do finally get to eat my food, I sit down, I take a bite, and then my mom is just like, Zainab, what are you doing? And then me, being me, I'm like, Mom, food. And then my mom is like, Zainab, you can't eat the food, you have to attend the guests. I'm like, Mom, no, give me the food. And she legit snatches a plate from me and she's like, no, I have to prove to all the other people here that you're the best person here and that all their sons should be marrying you. And I'm just sitting there, not believing any of this, with this plate full of rice and naan, just sitting there like, Mom, food. This goes on for like 10, 15 minutes, I kid you not. And who ends up winning? Take a guess. I'll give you 2 seconds. My mom, of course. There's no question about it. Why do I even bother? In the end, it's me walking over or on my Segway to this group of aunties just sitting there. And I just ask over to this one nice auntie. I whisper in her ear. I'm like, do you want soda? And she said, yes. I'm like, okay, job well done. I'm just gonna go rush over and get the soda. And then a bajillion other people on the table are like, we would also like soda. And I'm just like, does no one understand that this is self-serve? It's a wedding. I'm not a waiter. Do I look like I have an apron and a Top Chef hat right now? No. What I do end up saying in the end is, I will be right back with your sodas. And then I'm on my pogo stick, hopping away to get the sodas. And it doesn't just end there. I'm at the table. Someone walks by. They're like, Berta, why didn't you get me a soda too? I'm like on table number 3, way at the back. And I'm just like, I need a raise as a daughter. I am sorry, Mom. Point number 4. Or is it number 5? I don't. Forced relationships. Now, sure, all of you must experience this. Your parents are really good friends with their cousins or they've grown up together. बहुत अच्छी दोस्ती है उनकी सबके साथ. And then, of course, them being good friends with everyone there and having somewhat good relations, they expect you to have the same with their daughters and sons. That is how I find myself taking a break from all these uncles and these aunties and the food and the pogo sticks and the soda, sitting next to this girl I've never met in my life, trying to have a conversation with her. Oh my god, hello, Lee. Like this video for my cat, please. I love her. Did you say hi? Did you? No. Assume this girl, let's just assume this girl's name is Sarah. And so at this shadi, okay, no, wait. At this valim, at this wedding, when you bilingual AF. Now, from what I've heard from all the other cousins, Sarah can be a little, I can't really swear though. Sarah can be a real schmuck. And I try to have conversation with Sarah because I'm a proud Hufflepuff and I cannot deal with it when people don't like me. Shout out to all those people I've tried to make friends with but you never endorse me. Now, I asked Sarah a variety of different questions. Like, I'm an open book to Sarah right now and Sarah's being like the frickin' wall that Humpty Dumpty fell off of. He just couldn't keep him on. So I asked Sarah, let's suppose, I asked her a question like, do you watch any TV shows? And Sarah ever so calmly responds, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. What sort of TV shows do you like to watch? A lot, actually. I'm thinking internally, we're getting nowhere with this. So I'm like, okay, let me speed things up a bit. Sorry, do you like Teen Wolf? I do, actually. It's the best. Cool. Who's your favorite character? Like, mine is Styles. I would live for that boy. I would die for that boy. My homie Dylan O'Brien right there. Like, I have this connection with him that he doesn't even realize we have at this point. And Sarah responds with, I love all of them. They're all so good. But don't worry, I bear through the night. I bear through the wedding. And everything is going okay until I get to my 5th point. which is the worst of them all. Number 5, the gossip. Now, I can tell you, the only reason aunties even show up to weddings is not because it's your wedding or it's because they love you or they care about you. It's the central place for the gossip of the town. Like, straight up, this is like Mount Olympus, where the gods meet up and they're fighting over which daughter or son is best. This one auntie be like sitting there like, oh my god, did you see the Hamina auntie's new dress? It's like so bakwas. Like, what bakwas is she wearing? Literally, she can't even take care of her daughter and she's dressed like that. Like, she's going to end up homeless in like a few weeks. Or did you see Ali's new wife? She's like really, really low class and like has no tamiz. It's just like she's going to end up making him homeless too. Everyone's gonna be on the streets in a few weeks. I still tell you, I can bear with all this. But then the conversation turns to me. And I'm sure all the girls and even the guys can relate. Where's that cliche wedding desi shit that's just like, oh, she's 26, you're 16. She's living her life now, she just got married, you're next. I'm sorry. Like, no one's going to be seeing my name with a different guys on a wedding card and like, you know, me getting prepared for my wedding and stuff like that until I'm 35. There's this joke that I will start using on you too. Every time there's a wedding and you say, oh, you're next. Every time there's a funeral, I'm gonna come up to you and be like, oh my god, you're next. It's a problem, we have to address it. Like, forget about global warming for a moment. This is the problem we have to focus on. The young generation is being put into turmoil because of all these aunties. It has to be stopped. Auntie, I'm sure you really want to help me, but it's like the situation. We must wake her up, we must wake her up. Sleeping Beauty is sleeping and I'm just sleeping here like, hell no, I'm okay. It's such a situation where you try to help, but I don't want it. Like, how to wake me up? You don't. But I really hope you liked that video and just comment down below, give me the likes, give me the dislikes. Just you can subscribe down below, or I think a little circle will be here too. I don't know, I'm completely new at this. By the way, I did end up having a good time at the wedding. I mean, I got to eat some really great food. In the end, I did, don't worry, I'm still alive. And I did wear some really cool dresses and I don't know how to put them on my screen. So if you want to check them out, you can always follow me on Instagram, which if you weren't, hello, what are you doing? It's that_Zaji531. Snapchat is the same thing. My name is Zaji and I will be seeing you all whenever I decide to open the camera next.